Today we're at the Dungarvan-Glanbia Country Life branch and we're just going to have a chat about what are the things to watch out for in August to prevent problems with milk quality around Thermodurics and TPCs.
Typically in August, and we've really had it this time, you've got lots of nice hot weather. That actually gives us lots of dust when cows are walking to and from the parlour. So that brings into play, you need to do some teat prep. Not always fun to say and not always fun to do, but it does pay off in spades. The dust on the outside of the teats is where your bacteria are living. So that's where it comes in from, into your milk machine and into your bull tank. The bacteria on the teats is what brings the problems into the milk. So what lodges there on the teats can lodge in your bull tank and your milking machine. And that's where your wash routine and your good detergents come in. But if you can do a little bit of teat prep to take off the dust, you're going to do a couple of things. You'll stimulate your cows to go milking, and that'll actually let down your milk faster and you'll actually have a better milking. But as well as that, you'll keep out as much bacteria as possible. Always have a look at the teat disinfectant that you're using. If you're looking at using a pre one, make sure it's designed for pre. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of residue starting to show up in your milk. Make sure you avoid products that contain chlorine dioxide or iodines. They will definitely contribute to residues in your milk and we don't need those coming in. If you want to use a pre-milking teat disinfectant, just make sure you select one suitable for it. A thing that might be worth trying if you're struggling with Thermodurics and you're using a lot of liquids is actually to step up and use a powder in your routine. Once a week or even twice a week at a high strength caustic powder will actually tend to maybe help make sure that your wash routine is as good as possible and really clean down both your milking machine and your bull tank. Ideally, stick within your brand. We always say that your ranges have been designed to work together and you'll get the best result if you use the Disin powder with the Disin liquids, the Grassland Agro liquids and powders together, and the same for your Kilco range. Matching your brands probably will give you the best result. Check your powder usage rate and just make sure that you're using it at the right rate and just add that into your routine every now and then. Particularly helps during the hot seasons. Water quality is another thing to look at this time of the year. A lot of wells are after running right down and people are finding that they're maybe limited in water in the parlour, but as well as that you might find that your water is coming through with a little bit of brown sediment in it, etc. It's worth having a look at your water, getting it tested, because if your water quality is an issue, you've got a lot of bacteria possibly coming in from your water, so that'll be challenging your wash routine. You may have to look at your wells. If we're going to continue to get drier summers, a lot of people have re-looked at their well capacity. You need to make sure you've got enough water for your cows to consume for drinking, but as well as that, to wash your parlour correctly. A couple of final areas to check for your August top 5. Have a look at your milk filter socks. Make sure you're using good strong socks. If you're using the disposable ones, make sure you get rid of them after each use. If you've got the reusable ones, double check that you haven't accidentally burst them. Some of them burst and that can be a nightmare for your plate cooler and stuff like that. If you've got a sock in before your wash going into your plate cooler, you will protect your plate cooler. It's really important to protect your plate cooler from dirt building up in there. That can be a big problem with Thermodurics. Again, just a reminder, we don't advise anyone to open up their plate cooler themselves. Get your technician to do that. And finally, just always reminding everybody to have a look at your vacuum lines and make sure that your vacuum line is clean. You don't put your detergent through it, but you may have to do a wash through it. Talk to your serviceman again if you're not sure on how to do that, but you should be checking your vacuum line every week or every 2 weeks and look for build-up. Finally, the most important thing always is around your detergent selection. Making sure that you've got really good caustics, good acids, and rotating them in exactly as per the program. If you need to rotate in a powder, chat to your detergent supply company and pick the right one to use and use it in there. Look at your usage rates and make sure you're using the right amount each time and that you're not accidentally underdosing when you're doing your wash routine. Further information, as always, available on Glanbia Connect or to your milk supply manager one-on-one.